Every time I start folding papers and binding a book, there is that excitement of creating something new. Hello and welcome to my studio. My name is Ido Agassi and today I'm making a pocket notebook with a soft paper cover, and I'm going to use the Coptic binding technique to bind the book. So what I'm going to use today is thick paper, around 200 gram for the cover, and I'm going to attach it to this beautiful marbled paper. And for the inside, I'm going to use 90 gram paper. The size of the paper is 21 on 13, and when I'm going to fold it, it's going to be 10.5 on 13. So with an idea in mind, let's bind. I'm going to start with folding the papers. I'm going to take 4 sheets of paper, bring them to my weight, and that would act as a stopper. And I'm folding the papers into a signature. This is actually the process that you would do if you are making a hardcover binding, Coptic binding, French stitch, or everything that has signatures. I love the process of folding papers. This is a very calm thing to do. Great. The next stage I'm going to do is connect the paper for the cover. I'll bring a piece of waste paper and I'm going to put the thick 200 gram paper on it. I'll bring my glue and I'm going to glue the paper from the inside out up until the end. I cut the paper a bit more than I need so I can hold it like you see here. Now I'm going to bring my marbled paper, and because this is a bit bigger, I can manage and connect it in place. I'll take my bone folder, go all around, and now I'll take a ruler and I'm going to trim all around. This is just an easy way to make sure that you connect both of them in the right place. I'll cut this side and this. And I'll put it inside the press. While this is drying, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning community with an extensive library of classes for creators like you and me. Classes on art and illustration, photography, graphic design, of course, bookbinding, and much more. I was very happy that Skillshare approached me with this sponsorship because I have great things to say about this platform. I actually started as a member. I wanted to expand my knowledge in videography and video production, and I discovered a platform full of quality content in so many subjects. It felt like an ocean of knowledge, and for me as a creator, it was a great discovery. And as a member, you can watch everything. Actually, inspired by those talented teachers, I became a teacher myself. On Skillshare, I have a Coptic binding class. Through the lessons, I will show you my special way of binding with tips and tricks to help you create your own special binding. The first 500 people to press my link in the description or scan the QR code here will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare plus 20% off their first payment. So get started today. I'll take out the paper from the press. And what I'm going to do is fold them that the marbled paper would be outside. So this is 1 and 2, and I'm moving on to piercing the holes. I'll bring my template and I'm going to connect inside one cover. And I'm going to pierce holes in 5 stations. Each time I'm closing the signature to allow the holes to be exactly on the fold. In this process, you need to be precise, and if you put the template at the same place each time, all the holes would be also in their place. And I'll do the second cover. Trying that it won't move so much. Everything is exactly in place. I'll move on to bringing my thread. This is a synthetic thread. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So what's important is, because this is a synthetic thread and not linen thread, to just fuse the edges. I'll bring my needle and I'm going to thread the needle. Do my needle trick here. Great, so I'll slide this aside and I'm going to work on the edge of the table and starting my sewing. I'm starting in the cover and then bringing the next signature and going inside it. You know, the Coptic binding is an ancient bookbinding technique invented by the Coptic Christians in Egypt around the 2nd century AD. They used it to bind manuscripts, and it was the early form of the codex, which replaced the scrolls. And here, inside the cover, I'm making a knot, but before that, I'm making an anchor here, and then a double knot. I'll cut it and fuse the edge, go out again and off to the 3rd signature. In every binding, always the beginning, when the thread is long and everything is not connected yet, things move and shift, but as you go on, everything is much simpler. I'm going to make a kettle stitch here. And closing the knot. I like to take a bone folder and straighten things up here. There are people that like to use a curved needle. I prefer straight needle because I can just pull it like this and you can find a place inside. From this stage, there is a repetition, so I will edit a sewing montage to reach the final knot. And now let's do the cover. And a nice kettle stitch, the edge, pulling and locking. And I'm going to make a knot. Simple knot, overhand knot. And fuse the edge. Great. Now you can actually leave it open like this. I like to glue it one to the other, and then it would create a stiffer cover rather than two papers. You can also hide something inside or just connect a bookmark before gluing, and then you have a bookmark or some kind of a band to close your sketchbook. So I'll bring a piece of waste paper. I'm going to take my small brush and glue only the thread here. And now with the big brush, I'm going to spread glue all over the inner cover. Take the waste paper out, close it, and work with the bone folder. I'll open it on the table like this and go on with the bone folder. And for the final step, I'm going to round the corners with my machine. So here we are with the final result, a soft cover journal with the Coptic binding. Look how beautiful the spine looks and the rounded corners. And what I love about the Coptic binding is that it can be open flat on the table. Thank you for watching the whole process of making this journal. I hope you learned something new. Also consider subscribing if you are interested in things related to bookbinding, box making, and much more. And I'll see you in my next video.